It is 1:54 in the afternoon, January 10th, 2021. Got a few things I want to say. I'm not feeling good again, but for a different reason. My lower back is out. It was already hurting, and then my wife and I rode with my son Nick somewhere, and he turned the corner too sharp, and it jerked a knot in my cinch, let's put it that way. I'm going to look at something real quick, see if I can bring it up. Just got back from having to go to the grocery store. Okay, I still don't understand. This is a meme on Facebook. I still don't understand how a man who's never held public office until being elected president is blamed for all of America's problems by the people we've had in Congress since the 1970s. If you will vote to re-elect Trump, say absolutely. Well, I did vote. But that's not what I wanted to read to you off my Facebook page. I need to go into my private messages here. I have a good friend who is, he lives in Carter County, southwest of me. He sent me an article, and it's about interim operational considerations for implementing the shielding approach to prevent COVID-19 infections in humanitarian settings. The long and short of this is they're talking about interring, locking up high-risk people, older people like me and like my unnamed friend over in Lone Grove, America, like my mom, like a few other people. And the caption was, read this. You know, I read it, and below that he said, my wife said she would miss me. Laugh out loud. Yeah. What does that have to do with anything? Well, I'll tell you what it has to do with, and why I read the deal about voting for Trump. There is a high probability that over the next few days there's going to be a lot of arrests made of some high-level politicians. I could be wrong. I'll admit I could be wrong, and this might never be shown on YouTube. They might just strike it down for being untrue. To the censors at YouTube, you folks need to be running scared right now. You really do. The folks at Facebook and at Twitter and at Instagram need to be running scared. The majority, called the silent majority here in America, we're fed up. Do you understand what I'm saying? We are fed up. The extreme left-wing liberals promote killing babies in the womb. That's called abortion. And there are some that even advocate post-birth abortions, which is another way of saying murdering a newborn child, an innocent baby. Shades of the Old Testament. It's sickening. But there are many more of us than there are of you. You need to understand that. And you'll probably delete this before anybody gets to see it. I'm not a rabble rouser. I'm just saying I'm fed up, and I know a whole lot of other folks that are fed up. There's a whole bunch of us United States of America veterans. I'm a military veteran. I'm a law enforcement veteran, both. And I ain't happy. And I'm one of tens of thousands of other vets that are not happy with the political elite. Now, I got several messages in secret. I'm not going to reveal who sent me the messages, because if I did, then they could be in trouble. And I'd rather if the lockstep goons, like they had, in Germany in World War II, came after me without coming after my friends. This is another one of those videos my wife is going to say, "Are you sure you should say that?" Yeah, I'm sure I should say it. The information I got is right now Trump is not hiding. He's in secret meetings with the military upper echelons. You need to understand something about how the Uniform Code of Military Justice is administered. You need to understand who is the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Marine Corps. Marine Corps, which is the Department of the Navy, that is Donald John Trump. Until his term expires, he is still the Commander-in-Chief. I got word that soon after the fiasco at the United States Capitol building, where a bunch of folks posing as Trump supporters, who are actually Antifa, Michael Lewis on his channel here on YouTube, actually, and if you would subscribe to his channel, he's a good guy. He actually showed an interview where a guy admitted he was paid to pretend to be a Trump supporter and invade the chambers of Congress. Here's the deal. I have a lot of friends that hate Donald Trump. Good friends, people that are good people hate Donald Trump. That is because they have bought hook, line, and sinker the outright lies and crap that the Democrat Party has been spoon-feeding them for the last 4 years and prior to that. I voted Democrat because my grandpa was Democrat, my mommy and my daddy was Democrats, and that's a family tradition. I ain't going to change it. I'm a yellow dog Democrat. Well, I'm not. Sorry about the animated speech. And I've maintained for quite a while the Republican Party and the Democrat Party are two sides to the same coin. The Democrat Party that was around when I was a kid no longer exists. My grandparents and my parents were Democrats. But you have to understand something. And this is an oversight for so many people, including a lot of black friends of mine, Native American friends of mine, American Indian, in other words, dark brown-skinned people. They do not understand the Democrat Party is the party of slavery. It's the party of on-demand abortions. It's the party that says if you want to marry another man and you're a man, or marry another woman and you're a woman, that's fine. It's legal in America, so therefore God approves of it. That party. It's the party that says a 50-year-old man can marry a 12-year-old girl just because their peculiar religion, Islam, says they can. Actually, in Islam, you can marry a 9-year-old girl, and you can have sex with her. Let that sink in. That is the Democrat Party. Do you understand? Do your research, folks. But here's the deal, what I think is going to happen over the next few days, if not few weeks. I've got a feeling a lot of heads are going to roll. Not literally, but there are a lot of politicians that you're not going to be hearing from suddenly, like Nancy Pelosi. She was trying to board a plane to go out of the country, and guess what? Marines picked her up. She's not in her home base. If you see her make a statement on YouTube or elsewhere, it's pre-recorded. They knew this was coming. That's why they're so frantic to remove Trump from office. The guy that does MyPillow, he's a billionaire businessman, made a statement from his private jet that Trump will be our next president, be our president for 4 more years. I've also been told after these people are all arrested and the election results overturned due to theft, that there will be another election. And this time it will be paper ballots only. None of this Dominion nonsense. Well, that's pretty much what I've got for you today. Whether or not YouTube will allow it to be broadcast, I don't know. I was up all night last night due to my back aching, and I'm dead tired and I'm sleepy, and I was going to do some in-depth research today in here in my office. That's not going to happen. After this thing gets loaded and put out for public consumption, I'm going back in and sitting with my sweetheart and doing nothing, and tonight will be an early bedtime, I'm telling you. I'm exhausted. Been to the grocery store, been to a few other places, and it's cold and overcast here in southern Oklahoma. Might be raining before too long. But I want you to know, I mean that sign right there. Be kind. If you can at all be kind to someone, it doesn't cost you anything, and kindness begets kindness most of the time. Not always. Sometimes if you're being kind to someone, they view you as being weak. But many times, if you're kind to someone, it will cause them too to be kind. That's all I've got. Remember, I love you. God bless you, and I'll try to do this again tomorrow. Bye.